comments.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I hear.
Trash to Cash podcast, episode 114. Welcome, Carrie. We've got you in the top right.
In the
We got Kevin
morning.
in the bottom middle.
It's
in
a
the
morning-sode.
And I will say, like,
For
we
me.
got a lot of comments about people liking Kevin in the middle, and I didn't know if it was for the show or a swinging reference, but I figured we'll just keep him in the middle. And
keep him in the middle.
got
Keep
some
Kevin and
mail.
everybody around him happy.
Kevin got some swing mail.
Oh my god!
Literally
did he
delivered
get
to his
some
PO
swing
box.
mail?
He got swing mail, like
Dude,
adult
they-
books, and they said
wow.
like, I know you're into swinging. They're adult books, and they said we look forward to seeing you at the Trash to Cash Bash.
Oh wow!
So like,
wow.
it might have been like an indecent proposal situation. I'm not really sure what's.
I
going
feel like
on.
it's people feeling out to see how serious Kev is in the swing community,
holding
the
it
swing
up.
community.
Read it, Kevin. Read it.
You gonna read it?
Hi Kevin. The wife and I follow your channel and appreciate all the information you supply. I understand you and your wife are into swinging. We thought you would appreciate some nighttime reading. A couple of Love of the Manor, Barbara Barron, and Bethany Amber's Peachum Place.
That's considerate and thoughtful.
That's
gift. Thank you.
That is that's definitely a part of the swinger canon, so to speak. So you should get educated on that.
We will be coming to the reseller rally in Florida. We can't wait to meet
What's
you
your
both.
room number? P.S.
Oh. Should we let them know?
I don't know.
Should we let them know now? They're going to be disappointed, though. You're going to be disappointed if you come. Kevin's going to be. Dave's going to be in his room the whole time, staying away from people. Kevin's going to be too friendly, as you know. I'll be nice. I'll hang out with you
know,
guys.
They'll have a great time meeting Tina, Heather, and Dawn, though.
That is they are the real MVPs,
the real stars of the show.
sure.
But there's no like LOLs, no funny stuff, no nothing. It's like, is this for real? You two. It's you two.
Yeah,
Hey,
just got
hey,
some flip the world.
Nothing.
Swag.
Gosh, nothing brings me more joy than that if it's kind of real because it's funny. And then
It's seeping over.
you don't have to
into
tell
other
us what
things.
happens. We're not gonna pry. That's your business.
You do you, Kev. You do you.
You do you,
Yeah,
Kevin.
so-
We're not gonna get in.
Carrie, approximately how long have you been awake?
Well, I mean, I kind of started waking up like an hour and a half ago, but like ready, like clothed, like 5 minutes ago.
Okay. Did
Before
Dawn
I was
have to
just
help?
naked.
Did
Dawn did
have
put
to,
out my clothes.
Did she help
Dawn
wake
is-
you up though?
Oh yeah. She called me, and then she was out getting coffee and dropping off mail, and she stopped in between those two things to make sure I was
texted
awake
her.
because
I texted
she
her
knows
last night.
she knows how livid you get if I'm not on
do.
time. So
Dude, I forgot all about this. It's weird in the middle of the day because like I got up, I edited a picker video, I helped Tina ship all the whatnot from last night. Then I pulled my eBay orders, I did a flipper video, and then I went to the post office and dealt with their evil eyes at me as I dropped off 80 packages. And it's raining, so I'm bringing them all in, and then I have to go to the UPS store to drop off the UPS. And I look at down at my phone, it's 1:52. We're recording at 2.
I know you guys are 3 hours
crap.
ahead of me. So like where I'm kind of obviously this for me is good. Starting my day at like 11-ish. That's pretty good for me. But for you, especially like Dave, I think like for you, you're like getting ready for like the second half, if not winding down at this point. Like I don't know.
This is like well into my super productive time during the day. My wind down time is like in the evening, like 8 p.m. is when I start to kind of slow down.
So how many hours you put in a week, Dave? I've asked you this before, but I'm getting a little upset.
On
that
just eBay or on everything?
not just the swinger stuff is spreading, but everything I hear, you guys, all this, like he doesn't do any work, nobody does it. I put in like 70 hours a week, and all I hear everywhere is I don't do anything.
Well, Kevin, it's not a good look for me to log into your whatnot auction and you're literally not even there. You're not even there. Like last night I go in his whatnot auction. It's just Heather and Erica just running the show, and I'm like, "Where's Kevin?"
You have to see the optics outside. Like I remember the first time we hung out in person, like your dad showing up to pick up your packages to go to the like somehow you wrangled your.
Carries him
I
into
did
the
that.
sale.
Yes,
Like Yoda
and the first
style.
time we went picking, Uncle Steve was pretty much Commonwealth picker. Everything I thought Commonwealth picker was, it was Steve.
Yeah.
And you were just
Steve,
you're kind of like the Mark Summers, you know, the Mark Summers. You're the face. You're the guy that slimes everybody
face.
with information, but there's no substance.
He
You know,
slimes everybody. Yes, he does.
that's a swinger reference.
Too on the nose. Hey, she got you a coffee too. Look at that. What's your
Look at this.
delightful drink? Is it a brown sugar oat
This
milk?
is a vanilla cream cold brew. It
What is
has
your drink,
a
Kevin?
minimal amount of sugar considering the sugar options at Starbucks. So
Coffee.
I've got a ice drink today, sparkling ice. But
Nice.
I got a little into the Frappuccino thing. You know, it's like such a fall drink to me, the Frappuccino. I don't know why. Probably because of the salted caramel one. And man, that thing probably added 5 pounds to my life. So I've been off them for 3 weeks now, and it's been a
yeah, you got to be
real
careful with the
revelation.
Frappuccinos. They have
Right.
the pistachio one coming out in January, which is my Achilles heel. So
I love how we're
we'll
just
see.
Starbies in it early in the show.
I didn't even drink coffee this time last year, dude. So this is like a new thing for me. I'm just
I like
living
it.
life. I'm an
I
adult
like
now.
Totally.
Kevin's shirt. I like Kevin's
Totally
shirt.
off the
It's a
wagon.
Blockbuster.
Yeah,
Blockbuster.
be
Yeah,
kind.
Blockbuster.
Rewind.
What's it say? Be kind.
Also,
Kevin's internet
Yeah, man.
so
It's
bad.
similar to Kevin too, just barely in business.
Listen, here's the thing, Kevin, about your internet. We got a comment in the Patreon from Brian Big and Fun. He said, "Does Kevin know that Starlink is now available in his area? No waiting period." Did you know this?
We'll double check.
You should double
Because I know
check,
my uncle
but-
got it. And when my uncle got it, Uncle John, I don't talk about him much. He's not too far away from here. I looked then,
Yeah.
and it was not available still. But I have not looked back since then. So I will look for you.
It's just under Kev's trailer down by the river
Mhm.
in Lynchburg, Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
14
If
Kev's
you guys need his
trailer.
Wi-Fi, it's Swing Dome, and then what's the password?
Pimple Popper MD.
Uh,
So, you know,
Pimple
there
Popper
is
MD.
a Kev's Drive. There's a Kev's Drive in New Bern,
Is
North
there?
Carolina. Yeah. I wonder if it's
well,
Kev's house.
did you see the sign in my shed? It says Kevin's Way. My dad stole that off of a road
Yeah.
that was Kevin's Way.
Yeah. That's
Love
All
it.
right, let's see
I love
here.
the
Kevin's going
the
to check
petty-
guys. This is
petty
a moment of truth.
larceny
We're about
and
to find
theft
out if
going on.
Kevin can
Oh,
actually
it didn't
have
work.
internet.
It didn't work. I'll have to check it out.
Tell everyone your address. What's your address?
Well,
Yeah. Just let us all know, buddy. It's fine.
no, that's all right. We're
I'm
not
going
going
to
to
tell
do
you
that.
right now. I'm going to tell you right now. Is he in the same town as you, your uncle?
No, he's about 30 minutes away, but he's kind of farther out. So, yeah. I don't know.
Starlink
It's
is
weird.
available
I-
at your address, Kevin.
Did you? Is it? Okay, double check. Because
Well, I mean,
it
I
says
made
that,
up-
and then
I
you got to look
made
at the map.
I made up your address, to be fair. I made up your address. I didn't
Okay.
actually use your real one, but I used your town that I'm confident in. So
Okay.
anyway.
Now, what site? Because I'm looking on Starlink and it won't process the thing.
carriesbutt.com. Just go
Yeah, how
there.
does Starlink work for where Kevin is? Are they just putting like antennas on the chickens and
Satellites.
stuff?
No,
I see. I
it's
don't
satellites.
understand why it wouldn't be everywhere available.
from space, Carrie, from space.
Yeah, it's in space. I feel like
Similar
I
to
feel
that
like
movie we
it's
watched, where all
easy-
the satellites went out, and Sandra
Yes.
Bullock's friend, the other one.
it's not
had to
Sandra
save
Bullock,
the
it's
day.
Julia Roberts. They're two
That's it.
distinct, different
They're not.
people.
They're the same person. They're the same person to me, and they forever will be. No, so listen, it's a podcast day, and it's exciting. It's
Yeah,
literally a podcast
it
day.
is.
I don't even know what to do.
It
I'm
is.
kind of weirded out.
I'm
by
so excited. I just can't
I
hide
asked-
it. I
I'm
know,
looking.
I know.
I think it might be, y'all. I think it
Brian is
finally
not
might
the kind of
be.
person who lies.
This is
Brian's
riveting.
not the
8 minutes in. I'm glad we figured this
Eight
out.
minutes in, and we're still talking about Kevin's internet.
Oh, this is big. This is big
I
stuff,
know,
y'all.
It's bigger than a lot of things you've seen today. It's
Are you
big
guys
news.
ready for
Big news.
Q1?
Is it as
There's
big-
a reselling question.
There you go. Well, I did a video. I don't know when it's coming out here, but Q4 eBay report card. What do you give it, Carrie? What's the report card?
What do,
for
my
eBay?
Q4? Like, honestly, I don't even recognize Q4 from any different from any other month at this point. But it has been a little bit better than a regular month, so I give it like a B plus.
I
But
asked
back in
that
the day, I
question.
was selling a lot of new stuff like toys. I would notice a big uptick, and now I'm just selling $1.50 cards and clothing, so it's not really doing the same thing.
Yeah.
For me, it was terrific, but I think a lot of it had to do with exactly what you just said. I had just happened to come across a bunch of stuff that was Christmas type stuff, not Christmas items, but stuff that people buy as gifts just before it started, and it just absolutely, we just did awesome.
I feel like
Also,
there'd be, like, a
historically-
benefit- Go ahead.
Hey, how about interrupting Carrie once or twice this show, maybe? Just
Sorry.
every once in a while.
You're gonna break Carrie for the rest of the show. He can't take jokes like that.
I know. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dave. There you go.
Anyways, I was gonna say I feel like it would behoove resellers to just live life on a different schedule, like celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving in like February and March, because
Yeah.
like if you, I lost out on a lot of money by not being around in November, by doing a bunch of like activities with the family, traveling, things like that. I feel like he's drinking hot sauce. I feel like
Habanero.
it would make sense next year to be like, no, I'm not traveling during Q4. Tell my brother, listen, I'll come visit you, but I'm gonna visit you in the summer or something, and just make an active decision to not leave.
Visit your family.
Well, I remember last year
Change
thinking
the
this.
schedule.
Yeah, you're totally right. I mean, obviously, you're not going to celebrate something. You're not going to do that. I mean, I do. Have you ever known anybody that would be like, "Oh yeah, we do Christmas 2 days after," and then they, buy all the stuff on clearance?
I never
Like,
believed
that's
them
ridiculous.
because how the heck is Santa gonna know that they're celebrating 2 days later? So
That's
Santa
true.
stuff's
That's
still
true.
gonna come on the 25th.
Santa's on a tight schedule.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So,
But I remember last year thinking I need to take some time off, right after the rush. And so this year I'm going to do that. I'm going to shut the store down right after Christmas
do you
for,
really need more time
a week.
off though? Like,
Dude,
you already
I
Yeah.
need
are
time.
mostly off.
Yeah.
From what though? From what?
From
I'll tell you what, I need some
But I
time
mean,
off from you two and this podcast and this narrative.
No,
Dude, listen, I was on
Okay,
his show
you know
last
the
night.
truth. Both of you know the truth, and
I
you
was-
won't say it.
No, listen, I asked Heather
I hate
last
both
night
of you.
because she's doing the whatnot. Heather and Eric are doing the whatnot. And
Mhm.
I was like, so does Kevin actually do any work ever? And she's like, hey, he kind of does. He just walks around all day and says, I need to make a video. I need to make a video. Really stressed out.
She's
I'm
sitting
like,
right here.
Sounds about right.
That's so
And
true. Just
she
like popping
definitely-
in like they're going out of
I
business.
need to make a video. I need to make a video. Kevin spends more time thinking about how he needs to make a video than actually making the video itself. Is that true?
Yeah, he's
Kevin?
just a ball of anxiety, and then he's on camera. Hey guys, what's up? How you doing? Is eBay trying to blow up my house? I don't know. Oh, that was too far. Too far.
That was too far, Gary. You've
I
now
feel far.
taken it
I
too
feel
far
bad.
twice.
I feel
You feel
bad.
far? You
I feel
feel
far.
You
I'm
do.
tired. I'm not awake yet. No
Dave,
regulation in my mind.
Oh, jeez, I'm not.
Go ahead.
You guys are. Nope, I'm done. I'm done. You're just lucky I'm still on the podcast today. That's it.
Kevin's quitting the show.
Yeah.
Well,
Listen,
go ahead and
Kevin,
take a
first of all,
screenshot. We won't need him the
I
rest
want
of
you
the
to
time.
understand that it's too late to have too early to have a hissy fit. Let's delay it like
I
Yeah,
just
40
sold
calm
it.
down.
Just sold a windsuit, a windbreaker, vintage, $41.
What brand?
McGregor of all brands.
Oh, they make
I
golf
dig it.
clubs. Or is
Yeah,
it
they
different, Different company.
We let you
McGregor.
talk, and you said that though, Kevin. That's the problem.
All right, we'll be a little bit more provocative. I did start with this, for goodness sake. Jeez.
You did.
I
No,
thought
we don't need to
Dave,
be
you didn't
provocative.
even comment on it when I sent you the picture of that. I thought, he didn't see it.
No, I
Just thought that was a
I
picture of
appreciate
your
it.
normal
I
house,
think
just
I
with
put
books
an
around.
LOL. I think I gave you a hearty LOL, and I
I mean, who
actually
does
did
that?
audibly laugh in my garage. So, it's not one of those fake LOLs.
Dave wants you to know when he says LOL, he's laughing out loud
It's
for
not
real.
always the case, but it was in this one scenario. So Dodgy Trousers did ask a question. He said, I saw that Dave sold a uranium candlestick for $20 plus shipping. Do you see any benefit in listing something like that for $19.99 instead of $20?
Ooh,
think
the age-old
Buyers
question.
get swayed by pricing tactics like that.
No.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I think so.
I do.
Yep.
Carrie, defend your position.
Look, there's
Are
two
pe-
reasons,
people-
but go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. No, you can go ahead.
No, I don't want to.
I don't think anybody. Well, please don't. That would be rude. No, I don't think anybody. I don't think that works. Maybe it worked in the 50s when people were just going to like department stores and it was new. I don't know. I don't know what the 50s were like. What were they like, Kevin? I don't know.
They were swinging.
But yeah, the swinging 50s and
That was
60s. But
30s,
I feel like
20s.
yeah. Please don't interrupt.
Hey, just had a Dibdit sale, y'all. I just sold some on Dibdit.
Well, I'm
Look at
glad.
that.
Hopefully, you'll get some money for that.
I did.
I'm just kidding. I don't think anybody. I understand the psychology behind it, but I don't think anybody falls for it, in my opinion. But I could be wrong.
All right, Dave. There you go. Have your argument.
I worked at a company and was head of marketing for a while, and we tested it. Just straight up tested it. A/B test. You know, we'd test emails that would say 1999 versus 20, and people would click more on the 1999. We'd convert more at 1999 than we would 20. I don't know that I can explain why it works, but it does. There's
I know
some
why it
sort of a
works.
mental.
Because when you tell your spouse that you bought something, they said, "How much did it cost?" They say, "Oh, $19." That's why it works. No, listen.
That's what my kids do
there's
when
a
they
net-
want something at Target. They're like, "Hey, I want this." I'm like, "How
Yeah.
much is it?" They're like $6. I'm like, "How much is it really?" They're like $6.97. I'm like, "So 7 after tax." They're like, "Yeah."
So 8 after tax.
Yeah, exactly. So, but there is like, from what I've seen in my life, I have seen it work, and I actually did sell that candlestick for $19.99, but I said 20 while
I do
doing
that
my
too,
flipper
and I've got
I
complaints.
rounded
on
up
that
a
before.
penny.
Sometimes like
You
1381
Goodwilled it.
or something in
Yeah.
there, like, and I say $14. Like, that's a lie. All right, dude,
Yeah.
1381. So I started doing that nonsense. So there's 2 more things I'm going to add to this. One, first of all, Mercari makes you put the rounded numbers, right? Does Poshmark as well?
Yes.
Okay, I think that's right. But in the search, if you have the exact same shipping costs as somebody else or free shipping, yours will show up above the $20 one as well. So it's a little search. I actually used to do everything was 95, 1995, 1995, 1995, or whatever 95. And it was a search engine thing. I mean, if you have a highly populated category and people are searching best price, you can get in front of 30, 40 more items just by taking a penny or a nickel off.
Yeah.
I think it's worth
well,
it.
but that's not like, so the thing we sold, we were the only ones who sold it, but we literally would have more conversions at a penny
Right.
cheaper, which
Right.
was
I
just
just
weird.
that's what I'm
Look,
I'm saying
psychological
as a
thing.
secondary.
Your A/B testing based on data and my gut feeling. I feel like my gut feeling is
sure.
more legitimate.
But there's also different breaking points, right? Like $999 versus $1,099. We would test those kind of price differences too, and like once you got like to 1099 versus 999 versus 1199, you really wouldn't see more sales at $100 cheaper at 1099 versus 1199, which is
Interesting.
it's just this weird psychology of things. I don't know. There's people that are paid. Actually, there's probably someone that listens to this that has way more information that can comment.
Yeah, let
down
us
below on
know.
the psychology
Comment down
there.
below.
I tell you, I've done videos on this before too, where the psychological effect of the shipping price makes a huge difference. And I've used my dad as an example. If you're selling something for $10 that's big, well, it's kind of dumb, but $10 and it's going to cost $12.50 to ship it, people are very, very unlikely to buy it. There's something psychological about the shipping costing more than the item. So you're far better off putting $23 free shipping. You will sell it way more often.
Well, today I was trying to buy some shipping boxes off of what was it, Boxery or something, and on their website I was like, oh, these prices are solid, they're competitive. I'm like adding them to my cart, and then I go into the cart and the shipping is $76, and I'm like, nope. And I went to eBay. I might have spent more on eBay, honestly. I didn't actually do the math. I was so off put by the shipping price that I didn't ever actually go back and compare again what the per dollar per box rate was. I just didn't want to pay the same amount for shipping I was paying for the boxes. I thought that was ridiculous. So there is something valuable there. You know, we shouldn't talk so much about reselling. People are getting upset.
No,
Yeah, this is making me upset.
This is ridiculous.
Oh, you sold the Sting Defining Moments Elite Action Figure for $29 to someone on dibdit.com.
Can we
Is
talk
that your
about
attempt
Kevin?
to not talk about reselling?
Can we talk about Kevin's devolution? Is that a word? De-evolution?
Yeah.
Devolution
Yes, it
into
is.
being a child. Everything Kevin sells is like from 1986. He's just he is. I actually like it that Kevin is more and more. I actually like that. I feel like as you've done content more and more, you're starting to get more and more into what you love, which is the 80s stuff. It is.
But I still sell and buy all that. I sold a Chanel bracelet for $150, Yves Saint Laurent perfume for $70.
But you're a bracelet guy, so you know bracelets.
It's true.
That's very true.
That's on brand for you. That was your Chanel bracelet.
It's on Granny for him.
It is on Granny. On Granny always.
You want to come say hi to the show?
No. No, is she not in there? Oh, we got to say hi.
They were making cheesecake today. They were having a cheesecake party, which is a thing that I should participate in, but I was working.
I'm sure you'll eat it, Dave.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I've been doing.
Whose idea was it to put cheese in cake? Cake's already terrible for you, and just to put cheese in it as well.
Well,
it's good.
Whole cheesecake.
No, I love cheesecake.
I love it.
It's
good stuff. Reminds me
of
of
a
the
weird way of showing he loves something. He kind of looked like
that
he
was
grossed out. He was
that
like,
was
I love it.
Yeah.
Poor wife.
Hey, we're burying the lead again here. We're burying the lead. Luke Combs is an animal. That's the lead. right?
Okay, let's hear it. Let's
Right?
hear it. Why is Luke Combs an
Well, I
animal?
sent you a Nashville
Well, you
Flipper
didn't
sent me
send
this.
the
It was all over the
listeners.
place. It had a bunch of. Well, I'm sure they've seen it if they're on social media because everybody sent this to me and everybody, where they were going after somebody selling on Amazon and they were selling a tumbler that had Luke Combs' face and all this stuff all over it. And apparently, she lost a lawsuit that she doesn't even know she was in and had damages of $250,000. Amazon froze everything. So it kind of piggybacks on the last episode. Did you guys watch the video I sent you?
I watched the video, but then I also read
I
the
didn't.
article about Luke Combs apologizing to the person and saying he was completely unaware that this happened at all.
Should he have apologized? This
I
is
think
rhetorical
so.
here. You think
Well,
so?
I think Luke Combs, I mean, in country music, you're trying to be like for the people, right? So maybe it was good PR to apologize, whether he
Oh,
believes it or
totally.
not.
There's no doubt about
Luke
that.
Combs explained that he employs a company that goes after folks, only supposedly large corporations operating internationally that make millions and millions of dollars, running illegal businesses.
And so this goes back to the issue that we talked about with Harry. Hey,
Hi, Kevin and Karen.
how you doing?
Hey,
And
how
You're
are
my-
you, Mama Picker? How you doing?
You having
Favorite
fun?
member of the family. Favorite member of the family.
They said.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that jacket too. It's
See
really
you guys
80s
later.
looking.
He loves your jacket.
he likes it, huh?
Yep, yep. Cheers, Granny.
I don't have it on.
Kevin's flirting with your
Did
mom,
she say
Dave.
on Granny?
She, on Granny.
Granny, you.
Oh
no.
my goodness. That's
So
funny.
I think that's interesting.
So,
So he basically
all right.
has this company that sues large corporations, making millions and millions running illegal businesses.
It's just a lot of the overseas counterfeit stuff that's coming over, right? And
Yeah.
this lady gets caught up in it. But it's the same thing that we talked about before when you talked about with Josh. It's okay to return it to a big corporation because it's whatever. I don't see how there's any difference at all.
I think this is just proof that you don't sell on Amazon because it's boring. It's boring. Amazon is Thomas Kincaid selling art in the mall, and I want to be Picasso or Renoir or whoever, one of those famous ones, Basquiat, whatever. I want to be able to sell what I want, whatever. I don't want to have to just push stuff out and make millions because who wants to make millions? Boring.
No one. Kevin does. But
Boring.
listen, how much did she end up having to pay?
Well, nothing at this point because he's going to cover it and do whatever. But it was $250,000, which she would have never been able to pay.
Yeah.
But they would have kept collecting money off of that account and sending it to whatever this law firm is in Illinois. There's the issue. That's what I wanted to get to. This lady lost this lawsuit without even knowing it. They served her with an email. The judge decided the case, and she never knew anything about it. There is something ridiculously wrong about that, and resellers should be concerned, in my opinion, about that kind of stuff. Now,
Yeah.
this stuff seems to be only hitting, it doesn't seem to be hitting people like us, right? And it seems to be on Amazon, and it seems to be all copyright trademark kind of stuff, which, kind of makes sense with the Etsy stuff and all that.
I don't know if you guys sell on Amazon anymore. I don't think you do, but I still have an account that and the only time I ever hear from them is for something that they have an issue with that I took down years ago because I'm not
It's
trying
weird
to
that
actively.
they keep sending you those
Yeah,
emails. They do
keep
it to me
sending
too.
saying it's just ridiculous. I don't
Prohibited
understand.
item alert, and I'm like, I don't even have that.
I mean,
listed.
people
Never did.
like we talked about how I'm always worried about Vero on eBay. I mean, Amazon seems just overbearing and just impossible to navigate.
Well, maybe, but it's not Amazon, really. I mean, do you think those issues are coming from them? They're getting outside pressure to do that.
Well, no, I know, but I bet you there's thousands of brands on Amazon
Imagine
constantly pressuring
Etsy.
them.
Imagine the Etsy folks, right? And
yeah.
there's some of it's legitimate. I mean, think about it, right? Golden rule. So you got Dave. Imagine somebody not named Josh just decided to make trash to cash merchandise and start selling it. Or let's I don't know, go something big. Let's say your AI kitchen gets massive and you're like the new I don't know.
He's Guy Fieri, but
Yeah,
more.
there you go. Yeah,
more
got to
wild.
get a new hairdo. And so you're wildly famous, and somebody's just starting to make T-shirts and mugs and stuff and making a bunch of money off it. Does that not bother you?
I think it would bother me. I like to think it wouldn't, but I think it would. You know, I think
Yeah.
it's just natural for that sort of thing to get under your skin. I think if it's happening at a huge scale, which I'm sure it is with Luke Combs, I'm sure it is multiple companies making millions and
Right.
millions of dollars. I'm sure that's what's happening.
And I've said this before, the Enaman thing. I do an Enema Man because Enema Man is trademark, or Enaman is trademark. I don't use Fleet. We changed the design, the color, right? So, I mean, there's issues, but people constantly sell, and I don't care. I really do not care, but they sell stuff. Look up Commonwealth Picker and you'll see some people using my name in there. I don't care. I could care less. Now,
Look right
if
now.
they started to make, not that this would ever happen, but if they
There's
started
one
to
person
make,
selling a whole line of Commonwealth Picker douches. That's interesting. Oh no, that's just your website. Sorry.
That is the website.
but I
childish,
mean,
sorry.
that stuff doesn't, I don't know. It's, of course, there's nothing trademark copyrighted.
it's on
Anybody could
brand,
do
too.
something like that.
It's on Granny. Commonwealth
It's like-
Picker logo 2XL YouTube mascot Fleet Eneman denim shirt button down.
What?
Sold by Hilo 129.
Oh, did the railroad picker?
It's the railroad picker selling.
Oh my gosh.
That's pretty funny.
That is funny that it was.
I
that
do think
gentleman.
he asked me permission to use my name, and I told him yes, by the way.
Okay, well, still, that was pretty funny.
Just for
a
the
lot
record.
of stuff from JJ's flipping deals is selling your Q4 sticker Wrestling Macho Man for $15.
Oh, see, I wouldn't do that.
What did you sell it for?
7.
Oh,
Oh wow.
Kevin's
JJ,
upset
good
that
job.
you're profiting off his
job.
stickers.
Oh, I don't. Whatever. Hey. But no, I'm saying I wouldn't put
Macho
Macho Man.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Oh.
Yeah,
I just like the grin. Yeah, it's no.
Because it's
That's-
not really Macho Man.
I would. I
It's
would.
an
I would
enema.
change. Yeah, say like confident man, so you don't get any trademark issues.
Nacho
Nacho
Literally
man.
just nachos.
Nacho Libre.
Enema Man. Macho Enema Man. I think is what I call it.
Macho
Enema.
Jones. Macho Jones. Got it.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so basically
Ugh.
Luke Combs is gonna sue everyone. Get ready.
But
Prepare
listen, this
yourself.
is
Putting us
stuff
all out of
all
business.
coming out, even with the Rockstar thing from it. It's all coming out of Illinois. Illinois has created a place with their laws where this stuff can emanate from, and it's just not good for a lot of folks. I have a feeling.
Really.
Yeah.
So Illinois is the enemy, and everyone.
Dude, you
has
should
it.
have.
What just happened? What just happened?
He just got so angry, he punched his phone or something, and now
Oh
he's
my
gone.
gosh.
I
He's
can't-
got to plug his potato back in. Go ahead.
It can't.
You
hear you.
can't hear you.
Trash to Cash, episode 114, and we still can't get
Gosh.
the technology
Yeah.
right. So, Carrie, let's talk about how much.
I think
you have
Luke
accomplished
Combs took him
before
out,
this-
probably.
before this show. So it sounds like you accomplished 14 farts in a shower before the show.
I didn't even have time to fart. I had to quickly shower.
You said
I
you got
farted
woken up
in
to
the
Golden
shower.
Girls. What does that look like?
It was the episode where it had the cast from Empty Nest, part of
Okay.
the cast from Empty Nest. It's a good
Never
episode.
heard
It
of
has Rita Moreno in it and the one
So,
dude.
but did
and then...
like Dawn turn it on max volume?
No, it's
or
just like
something?
always on. Anytime I'm hanging out.
It's just always on at your house.
Dawn, that comforts Dawn. That's Dawn's happy
I have
place. is
still
Golden
never
Girls.
watched an episode.
Dude, Golden Girls
Rita
is
Moreno.
Yeah.
She was on Rockford Files. She's
She makes
Yeah.
all that glass. Merino
think she
She
glass.
was Maria in West Side Story. She's still alive. She's 92.
Yeah.
That's my favorite Golden Girls game, guys. You guys can play it at home. Watch an episode and then Google to
Who's
see if the
still alive?
person's still alive. And some are, which is great.
Yeah.
It's
The
wonderful.
kid from Saved by the Bell. What's the guy's name?
Yeah, Mario Lopez. He
Yeah,
got
Mario
a.
Lopez.
He made her
He was
He
on
got
there.
a. Yeah, he was on an episode. They have
Yeah.
all sorts of like
They were
people that
trying to deport
are
him.
Stars.
If I remember.
Yeah, they did deport him in that episode. There's George Clooney's in it as like a cop in one episode, I believe. Yeah, it's
So,
a lot of
No Nose
stars.
No Nose Picker said, "Hope you all have a great time with the Florida meetup. Would like to go, but I have cataract surgery the first of the year, and that kind of cancels that. But it'll be fun. And I wanted to use that as a platform to tell you guys.
Also
we're
has no
having
nose,
a
which is
meetup.
difficult.
We're having a meetup in Orlando in January, and you can come. It's sponsored by Vendu, the world's best cross-listing app, and of course, sponsored by My Reseller Genie, which is going to help you do all your accounting for reselling. So thank you to both of them for helping sponsor the show, the event.
Yes,
And if you guys
thank
want to
you.
come, there's
Please,
still
thank
some
you.
Yes. There's
Yeah,
still
you
some
open up
tickets.
the My Reseller Genie website and you get granted 3 wishes, and it could be
Yes.
anything as long as it's accounting related.
Yes, exactly. It's really
Anything.
magical.
It
So,
is.
anyways, but yeah, top of that,
Show a loss, please.
we actually sold we
Show a
actually
lot.
sold quite a few tickets this week, and it's
Oh.
possible, guys, that we could sell out. It's not highly likely, but it could sell out. You don't want to be the one who
Nice.
misses out because you didn't sign
So
up
are we
for
gonna
it.
get the chains we talked about, the matching chains that say trash to cash, and it's like all
So-
diamonds and
should.
stuff?
We
Let me
should.
get
If
this
we
right.
sell out, we should.
If we sell out, we actually break even?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
This
Great
this
business
was
model.
Dave's wonderful plan.
I
Dave's
didn't
like, let's
think
put a
it'd be
lot
hard
of-
to
well-
sell out, but I forgot how many people hate watch us. This was the problem. This was where
We do
we
get a
went
lot of
wrong. The majority of people that listen and watch don't actually like us or want to hang out with us, and that
No, I
was
get
where
it.
I was.
I'm not sure my wife is actually going to come now after this, I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah, no,
Jeez.
I mean, I think she's more likely to actually, but whatever. So she was talking about. Listen, I'm just gonna say a letter in the alphabet, and I'm gonna say it twice. It's not to do with any sort of body part. She was talking a lot about small, the letter P, last night.
Okay.
So that again, those are
What?
just letters in the alphabet, and they
Okay,
may
just
have been
random-
letters that belong to
random letters.
Kevin.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they may be
Listen.
small, but I don't
Tiny.
know.
The
Two
tiny
letters
fella.
in the alphabet. That's it. Just the same one twice.
If nothing else, the viewers of this show realize that they have to believe exactly the opposite of what's being said. So
By having-
No,
whatever.
on that
Good.
one, I'm 100. I mean, there's no way it's not small, in my opinion. That's allegedly. Just the way you act, the way you carry yourself,
Like
it
an
makes people
inferiority
think.
complex.
I feel
What
like
is
you're
it?
compensating.
Why?
I feel like you're
The
compensating all the
compensation is,
time.
why do we have to do this on this show? Who's
you
the
need
real
to
Because it's a
compensator?
reselling
Why is it
podcast,
pile on
Kevin.
me?
We're talking about reselling. The Commonwealth Picker.
I feel
is
the compensation
synonymous.
is going the opposite direction.
That's true.
here,
That
just
is fair.
for,
That is
you know.
fair.
Yeah, that's
That is
true.
fair. Let's
We're
talk
not
reselling,
paying
Kevin. What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about another stupid coat you sold?
No,
stupid
I mean,
joke.
hey, I tell you, I do see this. I see a little slowdown. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. A slowdown on buyers as Christmas has approached on whatnot pretty significantly, I think, across the board watching shows. But I don't see that on eBay. I think eBay right before Christmas, that's kind of a go-to place, last minute, get it shipped, running out of time. And I
So
don't
should
think
everyone
people are
change their
seeing
handling
that.
time to 1 day? Would that be wise?
I don't. I don't because I just don't want it to get that close to Christmas and be so busy. I don't mind the sales tapering off as it gets closer because Christmas is busy.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't do it. Now I would say that, maybe if you have 2-day shipping, maybe you do ship it out in a day. But man, there's been trouble this year. Have you guys had any trouble with any packages getting delivered?
Yeah, a bunch of them are in limbo right now. They're just not
Yeah.
getting updated at all. Stuck in Virginia, stuck all over the place.
I found that I probably need to sit down and change because I was gone for a week. I need to sit down and change my handling time because I still have it at 5 days. And I barely have sold anything the last couple days because it wouldn't get there on time. And I'm shipping. And
Oh,
by
yeah,
I'm
you
shipping, I
definitely
mean
ship.
Dawn is shipping the next day right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think, dude, how nice would it be, Kevin, to wake up and we make fun of Kevin a lot, but Carrie's really living this. Like, he wakes up and just everything's shipped, right? It's
awesome.
Yeah,
Sourcing has
trust me.
happened. Sourcing has happened. He wakes up, there's new inventory, everything's shipped. Dawn lays out his clothes for him, makes him some egg white bites, and brings him a coffee. Like, what kind of life are you living, Carrie?
I got a good one. What can I say?
Wow.
Dude, I'm always working. I work more than Kevin,
Dude,
but I just don't work on anything that
zero
makes
change.
money.
He's like working his finger.
I'm trying to get a video game career going. Is what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, he's on Twitch live
I'm
streaming.
on Twitch,
all the
guys,
time.
by myself, 2 people all the time.
I can't get my camera. It's like cutting my head off. What's
I've
that?
been selling stuff Carrie wouldn't sell, but big stuff lately. I've been every day. I'm shipping 2 or 3 big. I sold a receiver yesterday. Sold 2 DVD VCR combos.
I
A
bought
big
one of
crock
those
pot
recently.
thing. Everything is big. I'm like, why are people buying this stuff right before Christmas? But whatever, I'll ship it. I was
I
out
mean-
doing it last night.
I finally tried my air fryer, and it made some really good chicken wings. So that's similar and related to you selling big stuff. Air fryers are pretty big.
Yeah.
So that's reselling. Hey, we did it.
Did I talk?
Resold.
Did I talk last episode about that Department 56 M&M thing I found in Utah? It's like an
Listen, you
M&M.
did.
Yeah, it was like an M&M house. I found it, and I want full credit for that. I found it. Dawn walked right by it. I didn't because I knew I'm a reseller, and it sold for $140 in like
I
2
feel
days.
like I heard Dawn in the background saying something. Did I imagine?
No,
that?
no, it was.
Oh, that's
I
Heather.
turned on. I went to go look at comments on Trash to Cash, and I forgot that the headphones weren't plugged in, so the audio was on. That video, last week's video, got
Did
a
it do
ton of
good?
views. Yeah.
You got to be careful because
It's because you put all resellers about to get sued in there. That's definitely
that was
clickbait.
good. Dave
So
has
now-
been doing really good on the
Just
clickbait
I learned
lately.
from
change
the
it.
rock star.
Just change it. Just use the same title and then put by Luke Combs, and then
Dude,
there you go.
did
You got your new
see
title.
the thumbnail though, Kevin, and how young you looked in it. You looked so young.
No,
You
it's
looked young.
ridiculous, dude. It's like To Kill a
A
Mockingbird.
young,
Two
it's like
idiots.
a young crypt keeper.
Me and Carrie look like 18, and then Kevin looks like 86.
We should. That's another favorite part.
It's become my default job to share out the podcast on Instagram because these two guys don't ever do
We
it.
don't
and the only
care about
time
its
they ever
success
mind.
anymore, to be honest. Like, we're just here for fun. Like, if
We're all
Did
in
you
on
ever
AI
care?
podcast, movies podcast right now.
yeah,
That's
we're
the
AI
secret
Kids
behind
podcast.
this podcast is none of us really care. That's
No,
the
that is
secret.
that is the thing. Yeah,
Listen,
we're not in a locker room. We're in no specific place at no specific time, talking about nothing that matters to anybody. We're like the Seinfeld of modern day podcasts.
Kevin, you
Except
did a
we're
video
not
that
funny.
did well. You did a video that did well. It was about 90-day totals. So well, in fact, that the illustrious Pat D's traveling picker made a
Yeah.
response video
Yeah.
to your video. So can you, like, let's say, for example, at least 66% of this group doesn't watch your content. At least 66%.
At least minimum.
Maybe more. I'm not sure you're watching it either.
I don't
based on
think
what you're
Kevin's
putting out
watching
there.
it either. Kevin, yeah, if he rewatched and saw what it was, he would change
I
some
was
stuff.
proud of that video. I guess
Okay,
I
so
shouldn't be.
so could you like summarize like how are people tricking people with their 90-day totals? What, like, who are you pointing the finger at? First of all,
My wife's telling me
Your
about
wife.
Florida here.
is she coming?
No, I'm not saying people are. In other words, you didn't watch it. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I could be
That's kind of okay. So basically, I'm not saying people are lying. I'm just saying those numbers can be misleading. We've talked about this in the Trash Cash Podcast Facebook group because people post these. It's like, how can that possibly be real, right? You're $100,000 and you sold 40 things. That's ridiculous. You know, what are you selling? Cars? Which
You were
know,
talking
whatever.
about that. I watched like 5 minutes and then I kind of zoned out and watched J-Ride instead. But
I'll summarize it for you. There's three things that people don't take into account. We all know this because we all know all the different YouTubers and all the different people who sell, and they have different models. What's
Gas
the cost of goods? No. Overhead. What's the cost of goods? Are you promoting, and how much are you promoting, and what's your overhead? If you're paying employees, if you're doing whatever, if your cost of goods are 30%, you're promoting it at whatever the basic is plus 10. I mean, there's 50% right there that's gone before cost of goods,
True.
right?
Yeah.
Or not the cost of goods, before overhead. And so it makes thank you, Carrie. I think that was
So
a
it's
real
just like-
yawn.
it wasn't really gone. It
sounds like
It wasn't
you're just-
mean, but it was like
Look,
it's too
I
early
just-
to talk about this.
Part of what Kevin's channel though is stating the obvious for like new resellers.
Yes,
feel like-
that's exactly
It's a very
right. But
obvious-
it's
I feel
not
like-
just new resellers because sometimes people don't watch everybody's content, and I watch everybody's content. So
That is
if-
Kevin's work that he's on.
That is
I
Kevin's
ran
work.
my numbers, and you guys know this, and none of our numbers compare to all these big YouTubers that put out these ridiculous things. None of them really do. But I think that's part of our appeal is we appeal to normal folks, right? Just people who are doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
But Dave buys pretty darn cheap, no matter what he says. He buys cheap. Not all the time. He makes some screwy buys.
He makes a
but
lot
so do
of
we
dumb
all.
decisions.
That makes
But
sense.
so I decided to run my numbers on that day's sales and how much I paid, what I buy, and I don't really do that. It takes a lot of time. And it
The
was
story is taking
cost
To be
of
fair, I
goods.
doubt you actually did it. You probably had that. Somebody did that for you.
My reseller
cost of goods
needs to win.
10%. 10% cost of goods. I don't promote.
Okay.
So fees and shipping. My margins are 70%, for goodness sake.
But you have to consider the fact that you're spending all day doing content as promotion. So you are kind of promoting.
Yeah, I mentioned that in there too, because you're
So
right.
okay, and you don't promote, you get 30% cost of goods? Is that what you said?
No,
10%.
10%
10% if you were
cost.
listening.
I mean, for
On
that
that
particular
specific
day, right? Could be
Okay.
15, 20, but one item
You've been
could be
paying
30.
Up, you have been paying up a little more lately.
I have.
though, I
So
will
you do
say.
watch my content.
No, you told me when you were here that
I
you were paying up.
I pay up on certain items and certain buys, and I'll pay up in, like, I sold a roaster the other day. Sold for $150. I paid 40 for it.
Kenny Rogers
Right?
roaster?
No, it's one of
Dude,
those
are they still
old
in business? I think
Ron
they're in like
Popeil
Asia still.
things. Really?
They are like they literally are still in Asia. I saw it at like an airport on a video.
I believe
Kramer's
it.
like getting his butter tan and stuff.
Yeah. How much would that sign be worth? You could sell that for a
lot.
pretty penny on eBay.
Serious.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's interesting. I need to do the problem is I instantly forget what I pay for things, which is why I'm
Really?
so bad at shopping.
I know. Like I can remember, I can see it in my
Handy when I
mind.
see things like the price on the front. $3, I think, is what I pay.
Just
for
start
from
writing
Japan.
in permanent ink on the front of every item what you
It
pay.
doesn't look like it's a very good buy. It looks like it only sells for like 20.
Yeah.
So.
But see, that day, I guess what you don't take into account is those things that aren't selling. So, you're buying 10% and that's the items
That's true.
that sold, but there's a lot of things that haven't sold. So
That really is an important part of reselling that people don't discuss. And that happens, I notice that a lot with people who are flipping cards, because that's a kind of subset of what we do. And what I focus on a lot is people will buy a ton of cards at any given time, myself included. And then, you spend $1 a card, you sell some for 30, 40. But then you also have like a stack of 30, 40 cards that haven't sold and may take forever to sell.
Right.
People don't factor in the stuff that they paid.
it's the
and
shipping
just sits.
container factor. It's basically what it is. Dave's shipping container factor.
Yeah, but
A
it's
lot
like
of
a sunk
dead
cost
money.
for Dave. That's just free money for him at this point.
Free money. Jeez.
Well, I was looking at my 30-day total, and I'm almost like, well, why do I care about my eBay 30-day total? My whatnot one is probably similar, right? It is similar. I'm looking right now. But that, there's cost involved with that inventory, but a lot of that inventory I bought years ago. So
It still doesn't mean it didn't cost money, although the inflation.
Well, yeah, but that was back when Dave was rolling with his Emmy award-winning job and stuff, and now
Whatever.
he's
Dave's
unemployed.
full of baloney. Dave makes more money now than he did back then, or at least he sees more money because he probably spends less.
He does. It just
back then when you're so busy.
It just waves as it goes in its account, and then
Dave, tell me if I'm right, and I'm sure a lot of people feel this way out there. Like when I was teaching 40 hours a week and coaching and reselling, it was like you have no time and energy to do stuff. It's just your whole day slam packed every day, 7 days a week, and so it's easier just to go out and splurge, go out to dinner, go out because you don't want to.
Money, there was no plan for money. It just kind of came and went, and I was like, I was and am very proud that I was able to, even despite the busyness, like get debt under control and things like that, so I could quit my job. But I had a goal, right? I had this goal. I was like, I'm gonna, all my extra money is gonna go towards debts and things like that, so that I can eventually quit my job. But it's, there was years and years there where it just in out, and like no matter how much I made, it was all gone. Right, and that's still kind of happening to me. I'm still terrible with money. Me and Tina were talking about how bad I am with money yesterday, so I'll own it.
You and Tina was telling you.
Tina was gently reminding you,
David, you can't spend this much, and so
listen.
I still
Here you go.
Maybe 5 times a week at Universal is too much.
Yes.
Put money, and I did a video on this years ago, but there should be some mechanism so that a certain percentage of the money when it comes in automatically gets into. I mean, look, a lot of us don't have retirements and all these
Acorns.
things. Resellers.
Acorn.
Carrie,
There's an
I
app for
guarantee
that.
Carrie doesn't have a fully funded Roth IRA.
I have a
right?
402k. I do. I have a 402k.
It's not a thing.
It's a new thing.
But I mean, if people are like, "Oh, I want to make this
I
my
haven't
career,"
funded
then you
retirement since I
better.
quit my job.
Well, you need
I haven't
to.
done a thing,
All right, so here you go. Dave Ramsey here. So, wow, it's not, but it's Kevin Ramsey. Just put a tiny amount into it, just to have it right there and have the mechanism
Like
in place. And then, so anytime you
Kevin-
see an increase, start to
A
put more.
Kevin-sized amount is what you want to put
Listen,
in. Just teeny
my
tiny.
boy fully funds a Roth IRA. He's 20.
Cool story, bro.
Cool.
Dave,
Yeah, I mean,
get on the ball.
I don't know who Roth is, but I'm not giving him
Who
my
is
money.
this guy? I'm gonna fully fund my Roth IRA next year, guys.
Dave
Next
is going all in on Dibdit.com. That's his
year.
retirement.
Yeah, there you go. Dibdit.com. Guys. Come to our live auction.
My
Thursday.
Roth
2 days from
IRA
now. 2 days
is
from now.
the Circa Sportsbook. I put all of my investment money into sports betting.
Listen, I'm trying to get better with money. It's just hard. Like I'm trying to figure out if I need an atlas. That's just too boring.
I need to do all that, but the minute we start talking about it, it makes me extremely anxious. I'm just being honest.
Anxiety. That's
You're
the thing
still
with-
young. Both of you are
Hey,
young.
thank you,
Kevin,
Kevin.
in 20 years I'll be 60. I am not young anymore. Okay, now
20
60
years.
is young. 60 is
20,
young.
dude. If you put $6,000 a year into a Roth for 20 years, you're gonna have $400,000
$16
when you
million.
retire, dude.
That's pretty cool. 16 million. Is that real, Carrie?
Yeah, no, I did the math
Wow.
quickly.
Okay, no, you're right. You're right. We have time, unless I die of a heart attack tomorrow.
I'm just saying, a small amount now will be a large amount later. That's all
I
I'm saying.
have a small amount from my day job. I had a 401k there, and it's just kind of sitting there, and I put it all in Bitcoin. I think that'll be okay.
No, put it in the
And
Doge.
I put it into
Put it in NFTs. Could you imagine all the people who took Kevin's advice 2 years ago and are
Oh
just
my gosh.
broke
And me and
because Kevin was
Kevin
pumping
never
NFTs
gave
the
it-
whole
I
time?
never
We were, like,
ever gave advice for
Crushing
that.
people with wisdom on
Listen,
NFTs.
I
Carrie,
still-
NFTs are the future. They could unlock special rewards or something, whatever kind of
the
nonsense.
problem is NFTs. The only people
I'm
that
just
fell for
kidding. I'm
NFTs
kidding.
were people who were too out of touch to understand that they were pointless.
Yeah.
Dude,
People just
kinda-
didn't have money floating around they could
People
invest
born
in
the
digital.
50s. People born in
Yeah.
the 50s.
I
Kevin.
still have
Maybe-
the number one highest selling quick quail in the country. $50
Awesome,
grand.
dude. Should enjoy your 3 cents. What is it worth now?
Yeah,
I
what is
sold
it worth
it.
now? What is it worth now, though?
I think it's worth about 6.
6,000. You sold it for 50. That's a lot of money.
Look at that.
Did you pay taxes on
That's
that?
where
Of course, everybody pays taxes on NFTs. Capital
good.
gains, dude. Of course.
Okay.
where do you think he got that fancy Blockbuster shirt? Off his
This was
NFT money.
$5 is all this shirt was. That's pretty cheap. I wonder if
you
it's
go-
trademarked, copyrighted. I don't know.
Did
That's
go
what you gotta do.
garage
You gotta
sailing
find the
this
stuff.
week, Kev?
No, did not go.
Carrie, did
I-
you?
Did I go where?
Garage sailing on Saturday.
I went to a sale
No,
Friday.
No. I
Until
went
it
to a lot of
was
thrift
sale
stores.
Friday.
A lot.
Why though, Carrie? Like, why didn't you go garage sailing? This is a good time to garage sale.
Not in
Dude.
Vegas. Vegas, it's slowed down a lot for garage sales.
Really?
And I like thrift stores right now, and my content's doing well, and I've been
How's
enjoying
Arizona?
it.
Arizona people. I'm considering going out to Arizona for a couple days.
Yeah, aren't you going?
Deal
Aren't you going to your
source.
bowl game or whatever?
I don't know. We'll have to find out.
I feel,
Speaking of
everyone
money,
I've talked to has laughed about that, saying that Liberty is going to get stomped.
of course.
Yeah, they're playing who? Michigan? I forgot who they're playing.
No,
Oregon.
they're playing
Oregon.
Oregon.
Yeah.
Which I
You
used
guys
to live
will-
in Eugene for a while.
Who wants to bet
crazy.
on the game? 58-0.
I'll tell you what,
Oregon?
if you would have bet that Liberty would have been in the Fiesta Bowl,
No.
you would have made about $1 million, no matter what. I mean,
That's wild.
Really?
They were 13-0. They had a good season. Here's an interesting thing. The University of Utah is playing their bowl game in Vegas. Go figure. They wanted to
Are you gonna
visit
go?
me.
Carrie, you know the
probably am gonna
last
try to go, yeah.
group of 5 team to win a national championship? BYU?
I don't know. Yeah, back
I think
in
Ty
84.
Detmer years, I think. Is that Detmer?
No, it was Steve Young, I think.
Steve
era.
Young, 84, yeah.
Or maybe Jim McMahon, actually. Might have
Sports
been
ball.
84.
Isn't that funny? Jim
Sports ball.
McMahon went to BYU.
I know, the most
funny.
un-BYU guy ever. And he went to high school where my old shop was in Roy. He went to high school in Roy in Utah, so he's
Carrie,
a cool dude.
you're going to a game tonight?
I am. I'm going to see. So for some reason, yesterday's Fitz, my buddy Jesse, and
Yeah,
Sonny, they
I
both
see him
told
on
me at the
Dibbed It.
same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on. They're both on. Well, I don't. Sonny's not on Dibbed It. I'll have to work on that. I don't think he is. But there's free tickets. They were giving free tickets away to the minor league basketball game. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go see future first round picks. Ron Howard, or what's his name? Ron
Ron
Holland.
Howard, yeah, from Happy Days.
Ron Holland and Matas Bazulis. Matas Bazulis. He's gonna be big, guys.
Okay.
Check it out. Matas Bazulis.
Okay, so Podunk Picker said 90-day totals on eBay mean nothing if you cross-list and list on other platforms along sell those items.
I also mentioned that. I mentioned that. Because Dave,
I did look.
if you look,
eBay
remember,
is beating Whatnot.
Harry Tornado made that mistake too. I
Just
think
barely.
when he did your little video, he did mention Whatnot, but
He didn't mention something. Facebook.
something.
I think he did.
I don't remember. That's what it was. So I mean, but people sell. I tell you, it's a new era. I hate it in some ways, but man, finding the right place to list the right things, even if you're not cross-listing. I mean, we talk about Divdit. I'm putting certain items in the niche over there. I think that's going to be more and more commonplace.
Yeah.
I just see it happening. Finding those communities that buy and sell the stuff that you sell.
Yeah, people are looking for they're not necessarily looking for a one-stop shop.
They're not. They're looking for a niched down Dibbed It. That is true.
People rip.
Yeah, they're
that
not.
name, dude.
They're not
I
on
posted
district.
that.
They're not on district to shop on Craigslist. They're
No,
on
what did
district.
how did they rip
I
on our
posted
name?
our name, and then they say, "Didn't you mean bid it?" I'm like, "No, not bid it. I meant dibbed it.
No, he meant tick witty is what he meant, but it's dibbed it. We settled with dibbed it.
Tick witty. Tick witty. Everyone
Chick-witty.
get your tick witties.
Oh, I miss that 2 days where you were desperately trying to convince us that it should be tick witty.
Look, we were desperate. This process.
We were.
Me and Dave
It
got
sucked.
divorced and we got remarried.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
now I'm apparently his work wife because he puts ridiculous that he posts things. I'm like, dude, you can't say that. What are you
Who
doing?
does?
You do. The way
What did I
you
post?
write, it's just so abrupt and which I appreciate that about Dave.
My
You always know
aggressiveness,
where
yeah.
you stand with Dave.
Yeah.
He's not gonna beat around the bush.
Yeah, no one's confused as to where they stand with me. I can't help it. I have no filter. So whether I like you or hate you, you'll know it, right, Carrie? By the way, I hate you.
No, Dave. You've told me this many times. You said no matter what you do, Carrie, I'm always gonna like you. You said that from the beginning. So like that.
Unconditional love.
Yeah, Dave. Yeah, Kevin. I feel like it's conditional, but Dave, I feel like it's. I'm just playing.
So listen, it was Wailing Jennings that missed the plane with Buddy Holly. By the way,
Waylon
I
Jennings.
told you that. I knew that.
a lot of people were commenting that, Carrie. They were upset that you got it wrong.
I said Waylon Jennings, didn't I? Was I confused? Oh no, Merle Haggard is who we were talking about, right? Or I'm confused.
Yes. Kevin,
Okay,
there's
my
always
bad, my
comments.
bad.
Dave, everything you say here, let's see.
I'm trying to read some of these here. I can't quite find anything good gold here. Oh wait,
Look at
Mike
your
got to the
stats.
top. This is the first time Death
Yeah.
Pile Picker was ever at the top of the comments. Am I in the right one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't even see it. So did somebody remove this one? Because I don't see it. It had to be at
Mike
the
who?
top.
Mike Mecco?
Death Pile Picker. I wanted to read that
It was
one.
near the top. Basically, he was denying a completely honest claim we made, which I don't
No, it
understand
was
why he did that.
ridiculous, and I don't even
No.
see it. You deleted
No.
it. That's
I
what
did
you.
not-
Oh, here
I
it
did
is. I
not
don't
delete
comment. I don't comment on here.
Accusation.
Denying.
Wow.
Episode title.
How can this not be a top comment? It's got 17
Extortion.
thumbs up, a heart, and 8 replies. Got to be a top comment. I don't comment on here denying a majority of the outlandish claims regarding me. However, I feel that the idea that I'm manscaping Kevin merits a note that it is 100% false.
I loved Jillian Frazier's response to that. Oh lordy, some things once visualized can be unseen.
Exactly. Somebody make the merch. Make the merch.
Listen, I would ask someone to make the the fan art, but I'm pretty sure it would not be allowed on the Facebook page.
You could heavily censored fan art. You could censor most of it. Just censor
good
censor his
Lord.
face. Leave the good part.
Yeah. Oh, wait, the good part? Wait, what? Okay, so Carrie, do you have like a big sale of the week? Do you have something you're
Sure.
excited about?
We got that M&M thing that sold for
You sold it,
$140.
though? Oh, I thought you said
It's
you just
sold.
found it. I didn't know you
It's
sold
sold. I paid $5. I didn't post it because
What is it
yeah.
though? Be a little more detailed on it.
It's Department 56, so it's similar to like
a
a
house?
Dickens Village house, but it's an M&M house. It was Santa's
This is the one you
workshop.
found? Because you
Yeah,
made a
I
note
found
that
it.
I found it in your.
No,
in your
I found that.
IG.
I found it. I paid $5 American dollars, and it sold for $140. Magically got pictures taken and put on eBay though.
Can you imagine
Dawn did
though,
that.
like, so you're super excited about that, and that's good.
I am.
But can you imagine if you had to live on just your picking and not Dawn's? Can you imagine what would happen?
Dude, first off, I'm not as bad of a picker as everybody says. I'm just super picky and distracted by garbage. That's
Hey,
the
there were
main
people who
problem.
agreed with you. There was people who agreed that they would not sell non-COA autographs, so you were not alone.
No, I wouldn't sell non-COA autographs. I think it's a problem. But a lot of it has to do now with the fact that in the card community, like, I don't want to get that reputation of... And I have a ton of cool non-COA autographs. Larry Johnson, you guys heard of Larry Johnson, Grandmama?
Yeah.
I have about 20 of his autographs because he's a UNLV legend, but none of them are certified, and his autos go for like 30, 40 a piece sometimes. I'm not posting them. I might go get them authenticated because they're
Postman
kind of
did it.
cool.
Postman
Yeah,
did it.
you
I
can
don't.
do that. but
I
I'd
could.
say-
I mean, I'm sure they're real. I just don't want to.
a lot
Just
of
say
a
these
lot of
aren't real.
a lot of those, if you did it right, this wouldn't hurt your reputation. If you just described it, no certificate of authenticity,
Authentication.
and you just
I'll
you're
say
honest
Kevin
about it,
authenticated it. I'll send a
Let me get
picture.
a
You tell me if it's
Hey,
good.
think about that though. There's somebody out there authenticating signatures, right? So
Yeah.
who are these people and what
There are
training
people.
and stuff? That's crazy.
There are
That's a
people on
job.
eBay. There are people on eBay. I'm almost positive that authenticate their own autographs. If that makes sense, like they'll make up a little COA.
Well, maybe
certified.
they're
and
certified.
and I'm not even
Somebody's
saying these
doing it.
people. I'm not even saying that they're trying to be, trying to do something wrong. They might actually really study it and believe it's real. But, is their authentication worth anything? I don't know.
Is it
Carter's
valid? Yeah.
Carter's retro quest. We're starting to get these coming in. Just for I told you it would happen. It's happening here. So Kevin, could you please approve me? I've been waiting patiently. And see, they asked me.
On Dib.
Yeah.
Why not
And
ask
that's
you?
who-
Carries the
No, I-
softy, y'all.
Let's give.
No.
Okay, so we got to give some context because people didn't even know we were having an event still after we've talked about it 30 times. So if you happen to be listening for the first time, we have a little marketplace on District. We call it Dibdit, and you can apply to sell. And we literally said, hey, we're not looking for tons of sellers. Eventually, we're going to add sellers. Well, we proceeded to get like 300 applications to sell on there. And we have not allowed everyone in, and it's not necessarily like we're picking favorites or anything. It's just literally... We only have 800 followers, so it's kind of, we don't want to have 300 sellers and 800 followers. I mean, no one's ever going to sell anything if you have that, that crazy of a mix, right, of sellers to buyers. So we need to bring in more buyers before we add more sellers, and we will eventually add more sellers. I will say, if you are going to want to sell on the marketplace, make sure that you let us know that you want to sell the type of stuff we're selling. So a lot of people put
a link
applications
to
saying,
your eBay store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and a lot of people are putting things like, I want to sell golf clubs. And it's like, this isn't the right
Or
market.
people are like, I sell a little bit of everything. That's
Hey, but
not,
I'll say
be specific.
There's a one-stop shop where they can
there's
sell
other
that stuff.
marketplaces they can
Craigslist
sell. One-stop
Hunter,
shop,
you can
Craigslist
sell it.
Hunter. You can sell golf clubs.
But we're
and
going to
stuff
bring
like that.
buyers.
There's a Dibdit that just sells weird little angel baby statues too. If you
It's
have
a
any
district.
of those,
That's a
Somebody
district.
put a. You need to see, Carrie. You need to be in there and start doing your job in there. Just FYI.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
there's
need-
the sports card
Yeah, if you do
category
sports cards,
has a
you should put it
Mork
in
and
there.
Mindy.
I want to sell sport. I already
figure
fixed that, Kevin.
in it.
Kevin. I already fixed
Oh,
it.
good.
I already fixed it.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I already did Carrie's job. Don't stress. So, but no, I will say,
Just a
like, if you
normal
want to
day.
be in a sports card category, say, dear Carrie, these are the sports cards I want to sell. Like, so we can find.
Yeah,
people
let
who
me
are
know.
selling
Yeah,
stuff.
that would be important, so I
But-
know that it's going to fit.
We also can't.
We
approve
don't
everyone
want.
anyway, so
We
just be
honestly
patient.
don't want $1.50 cards on this site. That's fine for eBay, but we want like not necessarily high end stuff, but like stuff that'll make you some money if you sell it.
Yeah.
How do you find these numbers? Because I
So
saw the numbers. There's 70 sales, y'all. There's 75
Yeah, no,
sales.
We've
It
had quite a
was
few
cool.
sales.
I used a magic comment, and someone bought something, $50 item from Crispy Toys. It was one of our sellers sold something because of my magic comment. That was kind of cool. That's the whole point of it. So I thought that was kind of neat.
I had a guy say "F this place" in my Facebook comments. They said
Nice.
I
had
applied.
a guy ask who he needs to beep to get accepted.
That's
Yeah.
probably not a good tactic.
Kevin sent that and
didn't
said
tag
that's
on
for
it.
one of you guys, maybe.
I just deleted it. He's not getting accepted after that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
We don't want inappropriate behavior. We're very,
Oh
very
yeah,
appropriate.
okay, you two. Gosh.
I didn't send you
That's-
that.
It was
We're
uncalled
talking
for, and we did not appreciate that. If you have,
Carrie's
Carrie's out.
Nice.
Oh, that's a good
Look at him.
face
I
though
like
to
that
go
face,
out on.
too. It's like his mid-poop face. He's like, oh, I can do it.
His overpriced hat. He probably paid $40.
expensive
He
hat.
buys retail hats. He buys cheap hats all over the place, and then he goes and pays $40
team
at
is
the
that?
venue. It's Oakland
What team is that?
A's.
The Oakland A's?
Uh-huh. How do
So
you
what were you
find
gonna
total
say?
sales on here? I want to find it. Oh, yeah, this guy says, "Hey, I applied the first day,
Yeah.
and I'm not good enough to get in because you said we're not paying favorites, but we selectively picked certain people.
My bad.
Come on in
Yeah, we have picked
for
applications
a
that
certain
look better.
reason.
Yeah.
Well, for sure. Hold on a minute.
am I back?
be
Can you guys hear me?
Kevin's got Heather stopped
I'm
working,
good.
so Kevin's got to lay the law down.
Dude, this
Why are you in the house right
ridiculous.
now?
Anyways, the guy's like, F this place and F, whatever. I'm like, geez. And so I went and I looked. It was one of the very first applications, and there was no eBay link. There was no nothing. So I just rejected it and sent him a nice little note and said, hey, put some links to, or what are you going to sell
Yeah.
or what's, something. But 20%, 10 to 20% seller to member ratio. I think
That's
that's
the
what
goal,
people are
yeah.
missing about this too, is that,
Yeah.
dude, there's tons. It's cool. I like it. I like it like I like the Discord.
Yeah.
Although they rip me in the Discord too, so I don't
They
expect
rip me
anything
in the
different.
Discord too. They're just trolling me constantly because I can't spell. So Patreon, we have some people over there that are wealthy as a Kevin, and we're so appreciative of their support on the Patreon. I don't think they get enough credit for all they do for us, Carrie. I think you should spend about 13 seconds thanking them. Ready, set, go.
Biscuit Bud,
No, not their names.
Archie.
Not their names. I want a heartfelt thank you.
Hey guys, Kevin really appreciates all the money that you're putting into this Patreon. He is what we call, he tells us he has a war chest of money that he's saving for us because we're not responsible enough to use it correctly. He's been saving it, and eventually I think we will see it. So thank you guys so much. I want you all to know as Patreon members that you are our favorites. The little people, or whatever Kevin would call the rest of the people. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching.
You can call
But
me a little person.
Oh, did you see
Okay,
Art took a picture with some
orderituse.com.
dude that was like 2 inches shorter
I
than
did see
him?
that. Yeah, that was
That's
pretty
wild.
Man, I
You had
gotta
to
go
like
there.
search the whole flea market to find someone shorter than him. So the actual wealthy is the Kevin members. Order8use.com, CJ Ben's Find, Thank You Dealer, The Flipper Skipper, Lady Arbitrage, No Nose Picker, Soda City Flips, I Buy Chit, Remarketable.
what?
Yes.
Is he having us?
I'm not having a stroke. It says I Buy Chit is at the $9,999 level, but that can't be right.
Dude, is he? Are we?
No.
Dude, double check that, because that's a
Are
big
we,
deal
are
to
we
me.
Rich? Are we rich right now?
Can I go buy a boat now?
No, that was a glitch. Let me try again. Order8use.com, CJ Ben's Fine, Thank You Dealer, The Flipper Skipper, Lady Arbitrage, No Nose Picker, Remarkable, Brian Sempor, Beal, Happy Hound Trading, Harry Tornado,
C.
Traveling
Thomas
Shoppers,
Howe, one of our
Superhero
newest members. Thank you.
Headquarters,
Thank you,
Vintage
Soda Pop.
Sports Flips, paulsmerch.com, ABC Matt, Brian Big and Also Fun, New Jersey Picker, Ray's Hack Resell, Logan Murky, and Biscuity Butt. Thank you guys. Appreciate
Buttery
it.
biscuit butt.
Buttery biscuit butt. Dude, why is he not applied to be in our live sale? He's in our group. He
Yeah,
hasn't
yeah,
listed
I don't know
anything.
what he's
Talk
doing. He's
about
too
favorable
busy.
treatment. I'm sure if you make it to that level, Dave will definitely approve you.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
All right, here, let's
He's
just-
too busy hanging out in the locker
No
room.
favorites. Remember, he said no favorites.
Yeah, no favorites. Anyways.
What did you change
yeah,
it to the
okay, so
space background for?
I just thought it'd be fun. So my big sale, of course, was a comic book. I sold a comic book for $1,234.05.
Wow.
So it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was more excited about the sequential numbers than the actual money.
He said it. I'm like,
Are you going to go
excited
back and give more money to the person you bought those comics from?
Well, the person
Or
is,
me?
is yard sales and
Or
dreams.
Kevin.
So I asked her if she wanted more money. Do you want more money? Kevin will.
No, don't do that.
I'd
You
say
already
use
asked.
that comic book sale to make up the loss for how much money you'll lose us at
I was
this
trying to.
event.
Okay, so a lot of people are mad because I'm upset that someone spoofed my listing on eBay. People are still fussing at me about this, right? And I talked about it on my show and stuff, but the only thing that annoys me is the fact that they use my pictures. That's the thing that's annoying me about it. 'Cause
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
the same exact pictures, like with my AI background, and it's a beautiful listing. And it upsets me that they stole my pictures probably more than anything.
Yeah, that stuff
that's the
used to
part
go
that's
on
bothering me.
way more than it does now. It used to go on
But
all
a
the
bunch
time
of
in the
viewers,
early
even
days.
trashers, reached out to this person and said, "Hey, why are you doing this?" And the guy responds to one of them. He didn't respond to me. He responds to one of them and says to them, "The commenters got it right. Get off Lispy McGee's crotch," or something like that, right? Something along those lines. Like literally just making fun of me. On
Well,
top
I've
of it, also,
missed
it's
something.
a viewer. The
I've
person
missed something.
who copied my comic books
Yeah.
is a viewer.
Okay.
And when people, like viewers, reached out and told him they shouldn't do that and that they know it's not really their listing, he responded by saying the commenters got it right as to why he's doing it, which I'm not sure what that means.
Oh,
'cause
meaning
commenters
me.
had 80 different
Oh,
theories. Maybe.
oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
don't know.
Okay,
Um,
you in the comments.
And then he just made fun of me. So that's cool.
It's trolling you.
What
Yeah,
I would
he's
have
trolling
done,
me.
what I would have done just to mess with him is I would have changed that one comic or the one that was like 2,600. I would have changed it on your listing to 2,700 and just be cool with not selling it for 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, just like
Just-
over his price.
Yeah, just to see if it like his sold because that would
so
be
I did a couple
hilarious.
things. I did a couple things. First off, I did block the person so that if they actually sold it, they wouldn't be able to buy it from me. Right?
There you
That's
go.
kind
That's
of
smart.
pretty
That's
hilarious. But then I also was like, I'm also just like not wanting to deal with it. I might just take them down and then relist them at some future point because it'd kind of be funny if he sells it and I feel like he's more likely to sell it if mine aren't listed. And then therefore
I really
want
want to live in the world where he sells that and then cannot get that copy.
that's
and
kind
then
of the thing. Yeah,
that's
that's kind of
much
cool.
more interesting than actually selling it.
But
I
it's
think.
kind of a fun
cancel
game.
sale.
It's kind of a fun game now. Like, so now he's gonna be like, "Oh, he's unlisted. I'm gonna go unlist it." But then I might relist it for a day and then unlist it, and I'm just gonna play like
Keep him on. He's
the
list.
gopher game. It's just
They're
gonna be fun.
listening right now. They're listening
know,
right
that's what
now.
I'm saying.
So
They're
the
just
game is
mind
afoot.
games. This
The
is
game
mind
is
games.
afoot.
He's gonna go delist it, and then he's gonna be like, "Wait, he relisted it already. When did he record that podcast?"
They don't realize you're rolling in Park Pursuits money. You don't even need that money.
Yeah, hugely rich over there. Hundreds a month, hundreds.
Yeah. I just had I had a what I thought might be a troll negative feedback the other day.
And then you actually were bad at selling.
No, the guy's like, this thing smells like smoke. It's got stains all over. I'm like, dude, no way. I went and looked at this thing. It's like pristine. There's nothing that smells like smoke. I'm like, dude, somebody's trying to, because I was down to 99.7, which for me like blows my mind.
Might as well just turn off your eBay at that point.
Well, I just get annoyed by it. But I'm like, okay, either this is a troll, but why troll with $100 item? Right, you're gonna troll somebody, buy something for $6, and I sent them a message, and they're like, "Yeah, you're right. This was it's the wrong jersey. I meant it for somebody else." And they took it.
Well, so I got something from Whatnot. I bought something off someone's Whatnot auction. Biscuit Butt, I think, sent me a link, and so I bought something because that's what he does. He makes me spend money, and I get the item, and it just reeks of mothballs. Like it is the most mothball-y. Why are you saying?
Well, it doesn't have moths in it at least.
No, it doesn't, but it's like I also like you don't actually ask the question when you're buying, does it smell? And people don't necessarily say this smells or this doesn't smell. Right? So that's a weird one. Like I don't want to leave negative feedback because I didn't ask if it smelled, but should they have mentioned? I mean, it's so strong. How could they not have noticed? But maybe their whole house smells like that.
Some people can't smell real good, Yeah, maybe. Air it out outside. Hang it up outside. And
it's been outside for 3 days. Yeah,
it'll put it in a bag. How big is it?
It's like 10 Lord of the Rings figures.
Put them in a bag.
Yeah.
And put some dryer sheets in it, and then poke holes in the bag.
Yeah, we can do that. I mean, I'm not in a rush to sell them. They're good figures. They're worth good money. I'll probably list them on eBay, and they'll probably.
You're gonna give the money to Biscuit Butt?
I don't want them to stink.
Dude, that reminds me of something that I got because I bought something, talking about paying people back. The person you buy, it's the Luke Combs story, right? The reason that was such a big story is because that person was such a sympathetic figure, right? And, it's okay to go after big corporations, but you can't go after, mom and pop little, person making money in their basement. And I bought something from two very sympathetic figures, and I got trashed in both videos. But if I would have bought that at the Goodwill, people would have been like, yeah,
What do you mean you got trashed in both videos?
I bought something it was ridiculous because in my mind, I paid up because I'm thinking is a guitar. It's from this older gentleman who is absolutely awesome.
Picker video. Okay.
Just an awesome dude, just told me all kinds of stories and whatever. And I paid $350 for a guitar, and it should go between like $600 and maybe high end like $1,100. But I mean, would you pay for something? I know Carrie wouldn't. Would you pay $350 for something that you are pretty sure goes between $600 and $1,000?
Oh, me? Yeah, no brainer. I would do that in a second.
No, you would not.
I zoned out. Would I pay what for what?
I paid $350 for a guitar that I'm 99% sure will go between $600 and $1,000, $1,100.
Well, those are very big differences. I would not for $600. I would for $1,000. So what's your number?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I don't know yet. But my point is I felt like I was paying as much as I could at a yard sale for a guitar, and I still was getting heat. Because of the person you bought it from, and that's the difference, and that shouldn't be the difference, right?
So you're saying they were so sympathetic they thought you should have paid more.
No, that happens a lot. I have a video on TikTok and YouTube Shorts or whatever right now where I'm buying a bunch of cards from an older lady. She does garage sales every single week. So she's a hardcore person here locally. But anyway, I bought it. I overpaid. I offered 30, and turns out it probably wasn't even worth 30. But every comment in that is like, you should have paid her 30, or you should have paid her 40. It wasn't that hard to just pay her 40.
But if it was some punk kid with an attitude, it wouldn't have made a difference.
Exactly. She was a sympathetic figure.
Makes a big difference.
Huge difference.
For sure. Dave doesn't even recognize sympathetic figures when he's out there. He doesn't even recognize people.
He's too busy doing AI backgrounds right now for the podcast.
They never installed empathy into my brain. Carrie, there was a comment on the last video, John Mole. He said, eBay has an item-specific drop-down menu where you can mention whether a signature is authenticated or not authenticated. If they did not want you selling unauthenticated items, why would they have that option?
Well, this is the first I've heard of that.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I don't
isn't
know.
it?
To me, it feels
Literally an option.
counterintuitive. To me, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Why would you sell an autograph if you don't know, if you're not 100% it's authenticated? That doesn't make any sense to me. The whole
Because,
value of an
honestly-
autograph is that
well,
it's
hold on,
authentic.
though. I went to a yard sale. I think you were with me. Honestly, I'm pretty sure you were.
I'm always with you, my friend.
It was at Coca-Cola yard sale, and I bought a Brooks and Dunn signed hat. Do you remember that? And the lady
think
was
so.
kind of rude. She was like being kind of a snot to us, but the husband was really nice. And I get this Brooks and Dunn hat, and they give it to me for $2. It's got Brooks and Dunn autograph. It doesn't have an autograph COA, but I gave it to my wife, and she was delighted because she loves Brooks and Dunn. She doesn't care if there's a COA. She believes it's real, and so it's real. I mean,
No, I
I
mean,
don't know.
The episode in
Maybe-
the middle where they sign.
maybe if I was like
themselves.
time faking it and then selling it at a yard sale for $2.
no, I get it. I just think I don't know. I'm just careful with that kind of stuff.
I think it's the card bias. I think it's your card bias that makes you think that way. Because with cards, it has to be authenticated.
There are
Well,
some
cards
hats.
yeah.
Go ahead. There are some hats, like NASCAR hats, that I've sold that I know I could probably get more money if there was no signature that had no COA on it. People
I've also
want the hat, they
sold-
don't want the autograph on it.
I've sold autographs on eBay in the past like that didn't have COAs. I'm just trying to move away from it. I one time found at the DI, this was cool, Kevin. You might find this interesting. It was an autograph, and it was obviously real. It was a Jim Kelly autograph, and it was inscribed. It was like a Pro Bowl ball, and it was inscribed to, I think it was to Todd. And I come to find out Todd was his backup quarterback. And they were both at that Pro Bowl. Todd was like doing like one of the games that they did back in the 90s. And then Jim was in the actual game. So that was a really interesting story. And I felt confident it was real. But
I sold a Rex Grossman jersey, and I almost said in the video, but I have empathy. I didn't say it. I'm like, who in the world would want a Rex Grossman jersey? And I didn't say it. And when I went to ship it later on, it was going to a Hank Grossman. It's probably like, oh, geez.
I've definitely had those with the autographs, especially. That's sometimes why you buy obscure autographs, because you'll find you sell them to family members, really.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you think it was a family member or just someone with the same name? Could be either.
Yeah, I think, and
possible.
I first thought family member. It was in Illinois, Chicago Bears, So I initially thought it was a family member, but I think in retrospect, somebody just wanted a jersey with their own name on the back.
Oh yeah, Hank. Yeah, Grossman. He's obviously probably a Bears fan if he's in Illinois. So that's a good point.
For sure.
So the last name was Grossman. That's a pretty funny last name.
Grossman.
Yeah, so DJR commented Carrie, and he said he will tell his mom, he or she, I actually don't know, will tell their mom to get on Dibdit if you ask nicely. So can you ask nicely?
No.
DJR, please,
Don't go.
would you? Kevin. This is in the swinging community. This is called a neg. He's negging you. I'm going to go ahead and ask you politely to ask your mother to join because we'd love to have her. Kevin's playing hard to get. That's part of the game.
Yeah. Okay, so last minute, guys, shopping. You've got to come to our Dibdit auction. Come on.
Come on down. Come on down.
How are we
Who's
gonna do
selling
this,
in
though?
this thing? And
Yeah,
how am I going to
gonna
learn how to do it?
Well, I made a video. Did you watch the video?
No.
It's a 4-minute video. It shows you exactly how to do it. So if you could watch that, then you would know how to do it. But yeah, so basically,
Or have
we got
one of the
Rod-
people who are going to run your auction watch it.
Rod Picking and Punching is going to be there. Eric OBX Picker, Tim Over the Years, Alicia the Inked Picker, Brandon CVA Thrifts is going to be there. Mojo Dojo is going to be there. I'm having a brain fart on his first name right now. Carrie, help me.
Josh?
Josh, yes,
Josh,
Josh,
yeah.
that's correct. Big Mike's Fire is going to be there.
Yeah.
And
It's
who
Mike.
else?
Mike would be his name, Dave.
His name
Mike.
will be Mike.
Well,
Yeah, so
Big
those will be
Mike.
really
Big
cool
Mike is
inventory
big
available.
on Instagram, like bigger than me and Dave.
We're all going to be
Some
selling
pictures
too,
are
right?
gonna
All of
be
us are selling.
Yes,
as
and
well.
then me, Carrie, and Kevin will be selling stuff.
What are you going to
selling?
sell? Yeah,
I
what are you
was
selling?
gonna
I've picked out a Motu lot. I'm trying to get some decent
know.
stuff, Some,
I'm thinking about going cards because nobody else is going to be doing cards, and that's
Well,
probably what I
thinking
should
we do
focus
cards
on.
the next day. I think we
Then
should.
I'll sell regular stuff. I got plenty of both, guys. I'm a picker,
Tim
a
wants
good
to
picker.
participate in the card one, and I told him we should probably just do it the next day. Like, just say, hey, come back tomorrow for the card show.
Yes, I'll
And
talk
be
to
shorter.
Tim, and I need to actually talk
Get
to
a
some of the
couple more
guys
people,
about
though.
setting something up for
I
live for
have
that day. So.
boxes and boxes and boxes of T-shirts and hats. So I'm thinking about doing an auction on One Stop Shop. Let them get the money instead of you
there
two.
you go.
Yeah.
So you've been selling a lot of Darn It dolls, I hear?
Dude,
Mostly to
it's
viewers?
A lot of dang it
crazy.
dolls?
No, it's about 50-50 split to viewers, which is what I expected. And taking a lot of heat, of course. Oh, only viewers buy them.
Why
Like,
are
well,
you?
they'd
Can I
sell
ask you a
eventually.
question? Like, had you considered selling them on like Dibdit or CommonwealthPicker.com instead of on?
Damn
eBay?
it, dolls on Dibdit?
Or they're kind of pop culture-y.
Maybe.
They're certainly Commonwealth Picker fodder.
I
Why
had
not sell them
so
on there?
many of them. I put them on CommonwealthPicker.com.
Yeah.
I don't sell anything but merch on there. I just,
Why don't you
I
just like put a little? You could buy little pins.
Speaking
that say
of-
CWP and put pins on them so they have little Commonwealth Picker.
I need to
Dude,
sell 9 of these.
Here's an idea: sell them as Commonwealth Picker voodoo dolls, and tell them that it actually hurts you if they poke it with a needle.
Oh, that's a good
Oh,
idea.
they would like that. There'd be a lot of
There's
people
a
who'd
couple
buy
of
that.
people who'd buy.
There'd be
that.
a lot of
Couple.
good
There'd be a lot of them.
Instagrammable pictures with that.
Probably be putting them on videos. It's like, does this work?
No, but you'll be like Elvis, like his crew, his people who did the I Hate Elvis shirts and the I Love Elvis shirts at the same time.
Yeah.
Get
There
them
could
both.
be some merch. We'll get some Damn It Doll Trash to Cash, and we could sell those and make a little bit more money at this event, so we don't go broke.
And
Some
we're
dolls.
broke.
And
We're just
then
not gonna make
who
money
would
from
get poked the most? I think it would be Dave. You care. He says he doesn't care.
I mean, just
He
I didn't
cries
want to take
every
the
once in a
low-hanging
while.
fruit, the low-hanging fruit of who's gonna get the who's gonna get
Oh,
poked. the
so
most
you
at
asked in the
meetup. We all know
application
Kevin's
for
gonna
live
get poked the
selling.
most.
Yeah, we all know the low hanging fruit is definitely Kevin. Super low. It's age related though.
What were you saying, Kevin?
Jeez. So there's not a ton of people who are like, yeah, I want to sell live on this yet. I don't think they believe it'll work. So, what is this?
What is he
What is this
doing?
background?
Grand Budapest. Leave the Grand Budapest Hotel up. I love it.
So, but you asked about, who they liked best out of the three of us, and you haven't given me the
Oh,
results.
you want the survey results? Yeah, we did a
Yeah.
survey.
Oh, did we do a
We
survey?
did a
This is going to be
survey.
depressing. Let's go.
No, it's not going to be depressing for you, Carrie. I
Carrie.
even threatened them and said, if you don't vote for me, you're not going to get approved.
There
Everyone
you
saw
go.
it as a veil or an empty threat, apparently.
An empty threat.
Right now, the standings are one person voted for me, okay, as their
Nice.
favorite.
Nice.
2 voted for Kevin, and 4 voted for Carrie.
Carrie.
I voted for myself too, so that
You voted for yourself.
Yeah,
I
I
voted
did.
for you. Brandon voted for you. So it's
nice.
there.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, very good. I
Let
like
me
it.
do my pageant wave. Thank
Yeah,
you
your
guys.
pageant wave.
Mm.
So, Carrie, what are your plans today? I've never caught you on the beginning of the day. So
Dude,
what are your productive plans?
So here's my productive plans. After this, I'm gonna go 25% off day. Film a little bit, probably buy
Where?
some stuff at the thrift store at Savers thrift store, and then I'm going to the basketball game. So it's what we call a
No.
fun
Hold
day.
on. What time's the basketball game?
It's at like 6:30. So I'm gonna be gone for a little bit. Come back here, and if I have time, I'll edit TikToks and stuff.
Or
and
maybe look at some of
list
these
them.
applications, and
I
do
could
a
do
little
that
work.
as well. Well, I was approving people like wildfire, and then I kept feeling like you guys were saying I was approving too many people.
What- did we
'Cause
say
Kevin's
anything
very
at all? I
particular.
didn't say anything
Just
at all.
look for the card people. I gave you one yesterday. He's a friend of yours, and you haven't even looked at it.
Look, here's the thing, guys. You started this website expecting me to do that. That
You
was on
said
you.
you
That's
would
on
do it.
you. No, you're right. I'll do it. I'll do it. I just need a little guys, you guys got to remember, I was fired from every job I ever had, so I need management to occasionally push me, sometimes out of the job, sometimes I'll do it.
Yet Don keeps you around.
Yeah, cuz
So- I want
I'm
to
a
say
good
this.
dude.
There's a link to a past live auction show you have done. This was one of the questions on our little survey if people wanted to do a live
It's a
auction.
quick road to maybe get approved if you want to do
Okay,
that.
listen. So one of the responses when I said link to a past live auction show you have done, the response was bite me. Was that you, Kevin?
That sounds like a
Yeah.
Kevin thing.
That was
Kevin's
you,
very
okay.
Gen X, like Gen
Very
X
Gen
to an
X.
aggressive
Bite me,
level.
guys.
Bite me,
Bite
guys.
me.
Reality
I'm
bites,
linking
man.
that. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Too cool to link
Pearl
that.
Jam.
That's way past my era. Oh my gosh.
So-
How do you find how many sales there are? I can't figure it out. I found
what,
it one
Dibdit?
time. On Dibdit, like total number in dollars.
It's not relatable content to talk this much about.
All right,
Dibdit,
that's
all
true.
Yeah, the
Stop
people
talking
have
Dibdit.
spoken.
Good-
They don't.
good
They want
point.
less.
They don't want to hear about.
They want less dibbed it, more
They want more
Kevin
about my
swinging
multiple
chat.
returns. Seriously, I'm getting a lot of returns right now.
Dude,
It's
I got
crazy.
3 in the last 10 days.
I've gotten.
I don't
4
think
in
I've
the
gotten
last
any,
month.
guys.
Only one got shipped though, so that's good.
Carrie, you gotten 0?
I don't think I've gotten any recently, to be honest
A lot
with
of
you.
returns. I don't understand why, and it's like, I don't know. I guess
One was I don't
selling.
like it. One was it doesn't fit. 2 of them was it doesn't fit.
They were all my fault.
Okay.
They were all things that didn't work, and it's stuff that I was testing, and it's still not working by the time it arrives. And I'm just like, I'm trying to figure out if people are like swapping it out for bad ones, or if I'm just like really breaking everything and shipping. I don't know what's happening.
I got
But it's
an
crazy.
order I shipped out. 15 days later, guy contacts me. He's like, "It's not here." I'm like, "Give it a few more days." It wasn't even scanned in at the post office. Didn't even get scanned in. 21 days later, I finally just said, "Hey, I'll send you another one." I had multiples. And he sent me a message like a week later, and it's like, "Oh, now I have 2. Awesome. You want me to send the other one back?"
Gosh.
Never, ever got scanned in, ever, until it was delivered. Crazy. And it was 3 weeks.
I have a pretty high transaction defect rate right now. That's pretty good on eBay. Are you top rated, Carrie?
I think I might be. I was, dude. I don't pay attention to that. I don't know.
What about you?
I think I was for a time though. I don't think. I mean,
So
you save money.
Feedback is Let
me look. Actually,
well, you don't save money unless you do 1 day shipping, and you do like a
you
week
don't save-
shipping, Carrie.
Yeah,
so
I
you
do
don't save
3
anything.
days, so it's not really important.
I think I am top rated, but I don't do the day shipping, so I don't save money.
But you look at everybody's feedback, and it seems to be ticking down because they're not removing feedback like they used to. It's so hard to get it taken
Mine's
off.
not ticking down, Kevin. I have great feedback, so
What do you
it might
got?
be just a you thing.
No, it's not. I mean, just all right. Ask people in the comments. If
People
you've tried to
in the
get feedback
comments, is
from
Kevin a bad
newsletters, is
seller?
it easy?
Yes or no? Just say yes
What?
if Kevin's a bad seller.
Just write yes. We would love to see just a ton of
A
yeses.
ton of yeses in the comments. Kevin, I have a 99.8. I have 1 negative feedback in the last year, and it's a 99.
That's really good.
Yeah, so.
Oh, wow.
But I'm sure I'll get some more now that I said
I
that.
had
have a
one person I think give me
99.8.
several negatives for one transaction. That was not my fault, and it kind of. And now apparently I have an 88%, which is not good. I think, right?
What?
88%. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
Jeez, no way.
I was joking,
Guys,
implying
follow
that
my
I
eBay
already
guys,
had a bad
Plumber
one.
Girl 7.
What do I have?
I have 98%, Dave, but I have 2 negative feedbacks.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's crazy how just 2 would bring you down that much percentage with the amount of quantity. Like, how's the math working there? Is it
Yeah, I'm
not-
top
One
rated.
brought you down the same amount, Dave. I'm saying I had 2, which means I've sold a lot more, which makes sense because I sell lower dollar stuff.
I get you. Okay. So you have 99.8. It's not 98.
No.
Okay. I got
Good
you.
Lord.
Misunderstood.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm top rated, guys. Congratulations.
I am too,
top
but
rated.
the reason I brought it up is because I'm at risk of losing it because of my defect rate. Because I, sometimes lose stuff because I sell it on
Ooh,
defect.
just sold some on Bonanza. Y'all, I've sold 4 things during this episode. We need
I'm
to
gonna
on,
lose my-
on 3 different platforms.
Cool,
This
Kevin.
is-
The owners of
I never do
Bonanza, have a
you
full
got out of
freezer full of
Bonanza
TV dinners because
at
of
the
your
wrong
sales.
time. I have 9 Bonanza sales this month.
You have
9.
9 bananas.
Well, in the last 30 days.
I didn't know you sold it. I thought it was just free.
Bonanza sales. I'm telling you,
oh.
they changed their shipping thing. They're doing something different. They got new ownership, and I'm like, dang. I sold it's $100 sale yesterday, 107. I just sold something
I
else.
could
don't know
get
what it
back
is, so.
in if I paid him $15. It wouldn't be hard.
Just don't see. I don't see how that's going to be profitable for me, though.
Just don't see the benefit in paying
I gotta
$15.
sell. That's funny.
I mean, I guess the benefit.
I prefer you having the story of like being basically kicked off Bonanza. That's much more.
I love it.
You're like a bad A, as they would say.
It was worth
Bonanza.
that. Bonanza made it. That episode, I'm sure you got good views on it. I was kicked off of this platform or something,
Yeah,
right?
dude, I've done multiple videos about. I did one recently called Extortion, and it was all about
Dude,
Bonanza.
I think
Is that what that was about?
Yeah.
I think I started to watch it. I don't know.
2 sales.
Extortion.
Two
You guys,
sales.
you two in your thumbnails, just over aggressive, just
All right.
extortion,
No,
liars.
My booth is on hold, and when I go to Bonanza, it does all this crap about Bonanza membership. Selling online can be a challenge. Navigate the waters of Bonanza membership. 8.3 times more revenue, and then I have to compare plans, and I gotta spend money.
You don't
They're trying to
have
sell
you don't
memberships
do-
on Bonanza.
You don't
What?
have to do any of that.
Don't.
You don't have to
Don't.
do
But
Listen,
any of
they
it.
literally, Carrie, have an option, and this is how they're making all their money. The Titan membership, all the perks of Diamond Bonanza, plus 25
No.
days of turbo traffic, and it's only $200 a month.
Here's the
Be a
thing.
member. $200
You
a month.
don't
Yes,
have
but
to
then you
I
have
don't
the
pay
embarrassment of being a Turbo Bonanza member. Do you know how embarrassing that is?
I don't do any of that, y'all. If you ever sign up, don't sign up for nothing.
Titanium.
Don't sign up for
$40 a
anything.
month for gold, $125 a month for diamond. What is turbo?
If you're
traffic?
doing that, if you are currently subscribed to any of those on Bonanza, go ahead, turn off all of your reselling sites, and just, as they tell us every day, get a real job. At that point,
The gold
I'm
membership,
joking.
the gold membership, you get your 25-cent transaction fee waived, Kevin.
That'd be a good
So,
video.
it's only
Somebody
40 a
get
month.
that'd be a good video, Kevin or Dave.
That's
You guys would do
ridiculous.
it. Get the titanium one for 1 month and see what happens.
Okay,
Listen,
due to overdue seller fees and no valid card on file, my booth is on hold.
We can't pay you.
I sold two things
$15.33.
today. I sold a Damn doll, and I sold a what's the other thing? Hold on, one moment, please.
Okay, well, let's just wait.
I sold two Damn dolls on there today to non-viewers out there. Just saying.
How do you know though?
Do you think I should pay the $15? Should I?
If
do
there's
this?
a viewer finding my Bonanza store, more
Dude,
power to
actually,
him.
all viewers who buy from Kevin, I want you to start buying off his Bonanza. If
Just only buy off his Bonanza. I would love to see the Bonanza boom of 2024 on Kevin.
all right, I
Kevin's
just paid
channel.
It, guys. I just paid.
He
my
paid
Bonanza
it.
bill,
Are you
$15.
back? You're back on Bonanza? Are you
I
going to
don't
start
know.
listing?
I think
Kevin
there's some way
convinced
turn
you
my
to
booth
give
back
Bonanza
on.
money. That's insane.
Well,
I might
I'll
actually
be honest,
do
I'll be
Bonanza.
honest. If the thing, so someone messaged me and said that the thing I owed them was fees from things I sold. I don't want to withhold that money.
Okay.
I thought what I owed them was just some sort of membership fee, but it was actually the fees from selling stuff on there.
Why
which
wouldn't they
apparently
just
don't
take that
out
when they
right away.
process the money? That doesn't make any
I
sense.
don't know.
They should if you set it up right. Dave knows how to do everything, but he wants to do it super duper quick. He won't read instructions or nothing. It's just like he just does it.
Yeah, that's
Right?
true.
Am
That's
I right?
absolutely
And it's
true.
usually right, but
It's usually close
sometimes
enough.
you've missed something, right?
Yeah.
In this
Yeah, that
case, it
happens.
wasn't
That
close enough.
Yeah.
Where me, I would take 7 hours to do what he did in 12, but it would probably be right.
Oh, no, you got
Maybe.
that backwards. I got it done in 12 minutes.
That's
You
what
took
I'm
7
saying.
hours. Oh, I thought
That's
you
what
said
I
12
said.
hours. Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, I can turn it back on. Kevin seems to be saying,
12
Carrie, what
minutes.
about you? Are you going to go Bonanza all in? Hardly boy?
I'm probably going to do Spotify is probably what I'm going to do.
That doesn't make a lot of sense.
Hey, sell
Exactly.
it on. You haven't been posting.
I'm one step ahead.
Your Instagram. You were selling stuff on Instagram when you were posting it over there. Connected.
Oh yeah,
to
the
the-
magic. I was gone for a week, and then I just
They didn't have
do it.
Instagram where you were.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I can't sell stuff on Dipped if I can't ship it easily. Is the
You
problem? Now
could,
it's
true.
magic comment other people's
Hey,
stuff.
there's the
That's
nice
true.
thing is I don't think there's any shipping. I don't know how they do that. It's like there's no limits. Like you can't set I'll ship this in 2 days or 4 days. Like yeah, I'll ship it next week.
Yeah,
on
so
there.
you can be a bad
That's
seller.
the
That's a
problem.
good point.
I did
No,
that
it's
because
a
I
bad-
sold something on Dibbed It, and I was always like next day shipping, and then I took a week because I was gone. And I told the person, I think they were cool with it, or they're not. Hopefully they are.
I don't even know how to enable my booth again. Like, I don't even know how to make this
See,
thing work.
that's the thing. I don't know.
You have to send in a request, a form. You have to mail
Like
it
a
in.
Pony
No,
Express.
You have to mail in a form.
Yeah, it's brutal. How's your Chex Mix video, Dave? I just got to get the
The
Chex
latest
Mix
one?
update. Yeah.
The one I just made yesterday.
Oh,
or
you
like
just
my-
made another
I
Chex
made
Mix
another
video?
Chex- I'm
Why don't you
Chex
just
Mix
buy it
all
at the
time,
store?
baby. Dude, oh come on, that's just offensive. That's the most offensive thing Kevin said all day.
What was the name of that channel again? Robot Kitchen?
AI Kitchen Carry?
Okay.
I just hit 16,000 subscribers actually.
Dang, dude, that's dope.
Yeah,
I didn't know you
that's
had that
pretty-
many. That's awesome.
Yeah,
How many?
16,000.
That's bigger than my
Oh.
card channel, dude.
Now
You're
this
bigger
was
than my
another
card
channel.
That's awesome.
At one point.
No,
wasn't
this
it?
was only the cooking.
You
channel.
created. That's
I created it from
impressive.
scratch.
I'm
16,000.
impressed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
It's very good.
Pretty
Harder
cool.
these
That
days.
one, I still think that's going to be the first one that gets to a mil or 100K.
Yeah,
I
no
think
doubt.
I think it'll beat my.
We've
picker
all
since it
seen
doesn't
your
grow at
picker
all.
channel.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Oh my gosh, y'all. That's
Okay,
good stuff.
so I'm halfway back into Bonanza. We'll see if I can get it working. I don't know.
I know a lot of people got out of it because they started to charge you $2 if you didn't use their Bonanza shipping, and if you used Pirate Ship or something else.
I love Carrie
And
still yawning.
some
It's
people were
morning
up in
afternoon.
arms on it, and they weren't. Yeah,
He
You got
muted
volume.
himself, too,
Yeah,
which is
that's
the
good.
best
Just
part.
keep it that way, Kevin.
Don't judge me, guys. Come on, I
You're
didn't mean to
looking
mute myself.
very
It's just-
Rasputin-y today.
He
I
does
know-
look
I
like
do.
Rasputin, the little mouse from Fievel.
You mean
No.
the friend of the czar
Yeah.
that was impossible to take out? Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, you guys have so much history knowledge. It's crazy. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.